Phat, Phat, pretty hot and tempting.
Like this is the question I've always been seeing recently on Twitter since yesterday. Is like, do you think Liverpool's season now is better than the Invincible season, even though they've lost?
I had this chat with someone at work the other day.
See,
it's interesting.
Because he's a gooner, and we were talking about it, and I was kind of like debating it, and he was like, if you look at every player of the Invincibles, man for man, they're just better.
Yeah. Well, see, me personally, I think this Liverpool season, if they were going on and win the title, is easily better than the Invincible season. Even though you went Invincible, you had to scrape for 12 draws.
I was about to say, I knew you'd bring up that bullshit fact that means nothing.
No. That's not another fact. But all I'm saying is, what you've got to remember is they've just come off the bat of a Champions League title win, and they've also smashed the league by like 22 points.
Yeah, I know, but you make that sound like the Invincibles is shit.
No, I'm not saying
that's the thing.
I'm not saying the Invincibles
no
is
one
shit.
said this until recently, when like City and Liverpool started doing a madness, and then everyone started saying the Invincibles are actually shit.
No, I don't agree that the Invincibles are shit, but I'm just saying that I think in terms of like what they have done and what like the difference in like teams, how they've just smashed the whole league. Do you know what I mean? It's not necessarily just like they've gone on and won every single game.
I think
because it wouldn't even be that impressive if like say Man City were like neck and neck with Liverpool and they kept on winning, and so did Man City. But it wouldn't be as like sort of dramatic in the fact that there's like such a big point difference.
I still think if both teams had a match, I reckon the Invincibles are winning. I just think.
Do you really?
I just think they've got.
Wow, really?
They've got so much more character.
I think.
They
football
do.
in
They do.
now-
Look, Jack shake his head.
In football in general now, I think teams are better teams and they have less individuals. They work more as a unit.
What you mean back then or now?
Now they're more of units.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like back in the day, you had Zidane, Ronaldinho, R9, all these players.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not Liverpool, Arsenal. But just as an example, with the Invincibles, we had Vieira, Henry, Bergkamp.
Yeah.
Whereas, not to take anything away from Liverpool, obviously like Salah, Mane, Firmino, Van Dijk, even Henderson to an extent, all class players. But if you're putting them 1-to-1, who you think comes out on top? Like, for example, Firmino and Bergkamp.
Yeah, exactly.
But for me, I think if there was like a head-to-head game, yes, I think that Arsenal would probably win. But what you've also got to take into consideration is squad depth.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, Liverpool have got a way stronger depth of squad than sort of Arsenal. So if those two teams did like 3 games like in a row, like in a week, for example,
get both the squads up.
But if you're playing our best 11 versus Liverpool's best 11, Arsenal win.
What in a cup final, for example, or something, just a made up cup
final. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But like, they're a better team. Because like obviously we're better when we match up. We're better individually, but we also unreal when we like together as a team.
It was mentality.
The chemistry.
A lot of the thing with Arsenal is
that's why I think it would, because I feel like as much as Liverpool has characters, I feel like the characters we had were just so big. Like you've got Vieira, Henry, Bergkamp, Sol Campbell, and you've got players like that all over the pitch with like massive personalities.
Yeah, the other thing
I don't think Liverpool can match us for that.
See, the thing is though, as well, you had maybe like a lot of players in their prime, whereas Liverpool at the moment, they've got youth players who are like Champions League winning like level players, and they're still like 19, 20, 21. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they've got like a longer sort of career. So I think in terms of like their squad that they have at the moment, they probably have like, I don't know, the strongest one over sort of a decade.
But doesn't that make us better if they've got loads of young players?
Right.
And we're like in our prime, surely that makes us the better team.
The other thing I would say though is Liverpool have had a season, like not to take anything away from Liverpool, like they're probably the best team in Europe right now. The other thing is like City have had loads of injuries. United and Arsenal have had like 2 of their worst ever seasons. Chelsea have been average because they've got like a new manager in Lampard, like he's inexperienced. Tottenham.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? Like we had a prime Man United, like Chelsea coming through the ranks. What were Liverpool like back in like 2000?
Yeah, Liverpool was still solid.
Go for it.
Go for
I
it.
was going to say, what do you think Liverpool as a team?
Yeah.
When you're talking about how well they play, what about thinking about their fan base? So you're talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
how well they play, and then say the fans come out of the woodworks. They sometimes say, there's
Yeah.
a sense of like false camaraderie. Do you think that helps the team play better? Or do you think
100%,
simply
I
they
do.
play
Well,
good? 'Cause you also mentioned that Liverpool and Chelsea are having some of their worst seasons.
You've written it down.
Oh my god,
This is like a press
Mate,
conference.
honestly,
quizzing us on it.
genuine, it's
Do
crazy.
you think the fans shift then because Liverpool's doing better, or is there a sense of you hold your team because it's your team?
Oh, you always hold your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
I think
there is. I do think there is obviously like a hype around certain teams who are doing well.
Yeah, like when you look at the big four though, you're always going to have glory support.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And then does that help the team do better, you think?
I think
If you've got, if you've got a good
100%
fan
does.
base, it definitely.
But
It's the core fans are normally people that are responsible for lifting the team anyway.
But the thing
they
is,
start all the chants and get everyone going.
the thing is, generally, the better you play, the better the fan base is. The
Yeah,
best
yeah.
sport. Because Liverpool have had
Yeah.
some terrible years,
Have you been to
and
the Emirates?
yeah, enough.
Enough
to not wanna go back.
Played Olympiacos.
oh mate, I completely forgot. You went all the way to the Emirates
Club
to watch
level.
your team lose
Club
in
level.
extra time.
Oh yeah, can you? I'm not being funny. Can you not go anymore? Because like
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time
no,
you
I'm
go,
not anymore,
like
don't worry.
we just lose
Mate,
badly.
bring the Stan Kroenke banner next time.
Yeah.
Well, won't be next time apparently.
But the thing is, am I
Oh,
right
yeah.
in thinking in America, like people kind of switch between teams, like they're not very loyal?
The Americans,
Because I've heard about this with like
I
American
think
football.
American football is though, isn't it?
people kind of, like,
Americans like
switch between.
support players instead of teams.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially because players are traded around so frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stick with
Yeah.
the team, you stick with the player.
Yeah.
Further than that, you don't really have teams that stay. They talk about glory days. The last time we had a glory day in America was late 80s, early 90s. So you think about it, like our generation in America would be like my parents. They had a team. The 49ers were really big. San
Yeah.
Francisco
Yeah.
49ers,
Yeah.
Is that
American
49 undefeated? I heard.
football.
Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
you think about that, whereas here, you've got this camaraderie. So I was just curious as to how that shifted the team and the game.
It's very much here. It's like you're kind of just born into a team that you support, and you're just like that's who you support for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And if you were to switch team or be a glory supporter, like people just kill you for that.
Yeah, but
It's
when
just
you
very-
look at
Yeah.
players like Messi, Ronaldo, even fucking Alaves Johan badge, people bum lick the shit.
Yeah, they have their own like supporters, don't
Yeah,
they?
like and people.
Well, it's
follow
because if
them.
they
But
come
I,
from
but
a
I
certain
feel like
country,
it's not really like it's not an accepted thing for you to change team. It's like you support your team, and that's your team for your life. If you change the team, someone's going to abuse you.
If you went to the pub one week and said you support a different football team, your mates would literally rip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rip
yeah,
into
yeah.
you. Yeah.
And there are always, of course, people who are very, this is my team, die for
Yeah.
my team type of thing. But it was just interesting also then talking about, okay, we're here in Uckfield, very close to Brighton. You have the Brighton fans and the Crystal Palace fans.
Yeah.
Very big rivals. You go
Yeah.
to that team, and here we are, with parents, and they're, okay, watch out,
Yeah.
I mean, in a more joking sense, they're a little more protective, but you have
Yeah.
this sense of, okay, we're going to blow up smoke bombs at the arena just to show how proud we are of
Yeah,
something
yeah.
Americans would never have.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very like I'm not as bad as I used to be, but for a lot of people, it's like if their team loses, then that just ruins the whole weekend. That kind of thing.
I'm terrible.
Like, yeah, you're quite bad for
I'm
it.
sorry.
People get like
I was still
very-
happy
I've had a
yesterday.
good weekend. We haven't played.
Well,
like
yeah,
my
this is the best
my
weekend
mate at
ever,
uni
yeah.
described it quite well because there was a girl who was like, "Oh, why are you like so into it and stuff?" And we were basically saying it's hard to explain, but it's more than just supporting a team. It's like a lifestyle almost.
Yeah.
So you
But
get
especially
like,
for like season ticket holders when they go up and down the country, or if you're in Europe, they go to all the European games. Like they literally follow it with their life. pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I'll show you Arsenal fan TV.
Yeah.
Like Arsenal fans hate it, but everyone else.
It's time to go.
you get some mental people in there. But yeah, it's quite different.
Yeah, if
Mate.
can you get Arsenal fan TV up on the laptop and we show?
It's a bit long, really. It's a bit long, really, isn't it?
Fan TV DT really. Really?
That's quite old.
I think this is like 2012 or
I'll
something.
back you on today. Today was very,
Look at
very.
it.
I stood up there and I felt embarrassed.
Welcome to how I felt for a long time, and I get moaned at for fucking voicing my opinion. When is it acceptable to say this can't continue anymore? And for people to shut the fuck up and actually realise I'm saying it for a reason.
Look at the kid in the
Because Arsene
background.
Wenger is finished. Finished. It's the third game of the season, and I want it to finish already. Are you mad? What the fuck is that? This is not
I
the
love
first
how
time
Robbie
we've
just
come
looks
to
like
the
he's
big
taking the
clubs
abuse for
and
like
got
50 years.
absolutely fucking humiliated.
He's
You
emotionless.
said 5-1. Remember we went to
It's
Chelsea and
incredible.
lost 6-0. Remember we went to Man City and lost 6-3. How many times? Third game of the season, we've conceded 8 goals. And he's selling defenders. What is he watching? What is he doing? I don't need to speak 8 languages.
Look how ready he is.
And
He's
I
getting
don't
fucking
need to
fluid,
be the
isn't he?
manager before
This is what I
to
love,
see
though.
that
I
we're a
love, like,
fucking
people are
shambles.
passionate.
If
Yeah,
Alexis
do you know what I
goes in
mean?
the next 5 days, I'm going to clap him off. Bye-bye. Go on, off you go. I wish you luck where you do, because he don't deserve it. He's the only player in that club who can actually hold his head up and say, this is how much I want, and it's justified. Oxlade-Chamberlain wants 180 grand a week, and he's turning it down. You can't even cross a ball. Come on. When is it going to end, Robbie? I've had enough of it. I even concede this.
Peaky sold him,
Fucking
actually.
liar. Catalyst for change, catalyst for bullshit. The only thing I've seen change is Arsene Wenger's fucking salary. The man takes us to 5th place and he gets a £2 million pay rise.
You would take 5th place now, wouldn't you?
Do you know what I mean? Chips Keswick, fucking Dick Law. What kind of chief negotiator are you? I don't care if we've got time to go and buy players.
Oh
Any
my
player we
God.
buy now is a panic.
But you've got 2 players that we've bought.
Let's buy a left back because we clearly need one,
can't
but I'm
hold
going to
back
play
the
a right
laughter.
back in his fucking position.
He goes
Seriously,
straight face.
it's like fucking hell.
He's
I
wobbling
reckon
his
Arsene
lips.
Wenger is
He's
deliberately
trying not to crack a
sabotaging the
smile.
next 2 years, so whoever takes over has such a fucking impossible job. He can sit there and go, well, I told you it ain't easy. Fucking hell, Robbie. When is it going to end?
it is, yeah.
Everyone within this club in a position of power needs to fuck off because there's supporters that could run this club better than them. And I'm not even
We've been
taking the
saying
piss
that exact
anymore.
thing for years,
It's
yeah,
beyond
right.
the fucking joke. Every single season it's lies, and you know who the biggest fucking problem is?
Arsenal Fan TV troops really disappointing tonight. I mean,
Sick stadium.
as I said earlier, I'm trying to.
Unbelievable.
People have been saying to me, Robbie, too much negativity from fan interviews recently, but I'm saying to them,
he's
all we're
actually
doing is
seething.
reflecting the mood
He's trying to.
of how fans feel, and it's hard to be.
Mate, you nearly teared up, I
to say
swear.
about that today.
You see earlier, yeah, when we was in the fucking bar, yeah, a man come up to me and said, I'm making the club poisonous, yeah. I'm not making it poisonous. This fucking fraud is making it poisonous, yeah. 10-2 on aggregate in 2 years, blood. 10-2, blood, yeah. We moved to Emirates to compete with this. You call that competing? We can't even compete with fucking Leicester, let alone fucking Bayern Munich, blood. It's a fucking joke. I've had enough of this shit, blood. He needs to fuck off, blood. I'm done with this shit, bro. The man's a fraud, blood. I've been saying it for fucking months, blood. The man's a fucking fraud, blood. When I tell you at City, we're gonna come here and get embarrassed. Didn't I say that to you? What happened there? Embarrassing, blood. Fucking bottle jobs. A fucking lot of them. Fucking pricks, blood.
Do the players have to take some responsibility as well? Because,
Of course they do.
you know, look at some of the sloppy play from some of the players today.
But he sets up the team.
Do you know the thing I
What was
just
going on
thought
at
of?
defence?
Is Baku.
What the fuck was that defending?
Yeah.
That's not even
Have you seen the
defending,
one
That
where
one is deep.
the guy is
Play like
literally
that.
like,
Are you mad?
he's just finished.
Fam.
He just goes, I can't do it anymore.
He
He starts crying and just
It
runs
took
off.
me long to get into the ground, yeah? Because I had trouble with my ticket, innit? I wish I never got in now, blood. To watch this shit, fam. You understand?
Do you think he
I don't
sounds
deserve
funny
this,
as an
blood.
American?
None of the
Like,
man deserve this, fam.
This
You
guy.
understand? People need to open their fucking eyes, blood. It's done.
sounds like
He's
good
finished.
Do you,
He's
do you
finished, blood.
understand
He has
completely,
nothing to
or
do
is
for
there
the
some
club.
words that
There's
you're just
no
like,
pride in this team.
I don't get
There's no
it.
passion in this team.
There's no passion.
What the fuck is there, blood? It's a fucking job, bro. Every fucking year.
What the fuck is
Every
there?
year, fam. Same point of the season. Everything's done. The
Everything's
whole
done.
thing's done, fam.
The whole thing's done.
The whole thing, blood.
The whole thing.
And why is it done? Arson, blood clot, Wenger. Him.
Hey, that's the most American thing I've ever seen.
Blood clot, that was it.
Finished.
Mate, do you know what? I was actually so pissed off yesterday as well because the fact not only did we lose against Crystal Palace, but Watford beat Liverpool.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
know,
squeaky
I know. Oh,
fucking
yeah,
bum
it's
time
not
down
good
the
for
bottom.
you, is it? I
We're
forgot
literally
about
like 3 points away from relegation.
Oh, mate.
I'm
I
actually
hate to
shitting.
say it, but I think you've gone.
Do you know what?
Who you've got to play?
I think
some
at the
big
moment,
teams left,
I
haven't
think,
you?
yeah, mate.
You've got us.
Well, because the problem is we had like a good
win.
schedule where we had like
Team.
we had a schedule where we had a schedule where we had like winnable games and we like fucked it so
Yeah, yeah.
badly.
Yeah.
like just not picking up like points here and there. And now all of a sudden we've got to play all these hard teams, and we've got to pick up like
You're so
like
frustrating
8, 9
to watch,
points.
Because I watched it and
You play like us.
no, but you're playing well, like,
Mate, but this is what the annoying thing is like,
and they just go down the other end and score.
like
it's nothing,
last
do you know
season we're playing shit football, but sometimes we were getting results. But the last half of the season was shit. But this season, like, we're playing nice football, and we've been fairly consistently until like October to now, and now all of a sudden like we're in the pretty much same position, but we're just playing nicer football, but we're not converting anything.
That's
It's
what
dumb.
we do though. Like literally.
Yeah, but you get enough goals, you convert enough. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because we've got Aubameyang. Imagine if we didn't have him.
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, you'd probably be in the similar
We would
position,
be.
really.
No, we would.
Yeah.
I think he's won us 19 points or something like that this season.
Is it really?
Yeah. With his goals, but
That was mad.
it's last time I watched you when we went. Who did we watch?
West Ham. What, the one
What, when
where
you came?
where you drew?
Last time I came with you.
Yeah, I think it was West. It might have been West
No,
Ham or
no.
Watford, 1-1.
No,
Watford, because
Yeah, it was Watford 1-0. Yeah, we
And,
should have won that
and
as well.
literally that performance and our performance against Olympiacos were pretty similar.
Yeah,
Just side to side and do nothing with
so
it.
jarring, mate. You've got good players, but we just like I don't know, we just can't score goals.
Yeah.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, mate.
The thing is, I don't know why you don't play more through Trossard.
Because anybody else on one of his crosses, like no one can finish because they're all sort of donkeys.
Yeah.
The only player who I like love at the moment, well, I love obviously, is Duncan Dan Burn, because they're just doing bits.
Do you reckon he's going to go in the summer, Dunk? I'd have him.
If we go down, we're getting annihilated. Our whole squad is getting ripped to shreds. If you think Matty Ryan's going to go, Dunk's going to go probably, and
They'll
then
be cheap as
Webster
well.
or
Webster.
Aaron Moy, Mopai would be off. Trossard would be off.
You just shouldn't be in this
Crawford would be
position
off.
because your team is quite good
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
paper.
it's good on paper, but other than but this is what I mean. Like yesterday, we started Mopai, but we need two up top, ideally with Murray. How are you not going to start Murray in a Crystal Palace versus Brighton game? It's like a derby game that he's played for both teams. He knows the opposition well. Like, you want him in there, but he just didn't play him, and then he brought him on for the 70th minute, and then there was just nothing for him.
Yeah.
It was just fucked. Decent. I can't believe City won. Well, I can believe it. City won League Cup, innit?
Oh, well, that's today, wasn't it? Yeah.
Do you know what,
I think I
Jake?
slept through that.
That's how much I don't care.
Fucking hell.
So much I
Yeah,
don't
it
care
is,
about
it is
the
a
League
bit of
Cup.
a
Like.
shit trophy, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the.
But
What did it used to be called?
Carling Cup.
Carling Cup.
It's always been the League Cup, but then it's Carling, and then it's Capital One. What is it now?
Carabao.
Carabao. Yeah. What is Carabao?
Yeah,
Is it a
who's
beer?
ever had a
It's
Carabao
an energy drink, isn't
Well,
it?
it's like an Asian
I've-
one, isn't it?
That's like the
It's
only
Asian.
way I found out about Carabao was through that.
I think, yeah.
No, it's on the. Pretty sure it's on Formula One sponsors. Yeah.
Well, I saw today that Man City have won 5 of the last 7 League Cups. So
Have they?
yeah,
Fair
of
enough.
the last 7 League Cups, they've won 5 of them.
Oh, Champions League football.
No, that is peak. Just winning like the League Cup and like the Community Shield.
That's
What do you think is going to happen with their players now? Do you reckon they'll leave or what?
Some will. I reckon.
Sterling's going to go, isn't he?
Because
He's going
I think a lot of them are only sticking around because obviously they've won a few Premier Leagues between them, but I think a lot of them are just sticking around
It's Cristiano,
to try
is
and
it?
win the
Real
Champions
Madrid?
League.
Ronaldo's at
Oh shit!
Clasico.
Well, Italy's.
In the fucking box. Look at that posh seat there.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to
Well,
be
he's
in
got-
Italy,
he's-
does he? Doesn't really want to be in Italy at the moment. They've
Well, yeah,
got
I
to
guess,
go.
yeah, because what were you saying that they
Yeah,
coronavirus in
there's,
Juve?
Yeah, some of the Juve players. I saw it on.
Oh, so
It
it's
could
not
have been
Ronaldo,
a clickbait title, obviously.
Maybe.
I just saw it pop up and it said like some Juventus players had it. That could be women's team or kids. I don't know, but
Yeah.
It's mad. It's like 30. I didn't even realise that it's gone up to 35 here.
is it?
Yeah,
Jeez.
saw it today on the news.
Mm.
I don't know why is Italy so bad for it though.
Don't know.
Because I think it's because of like if you think they probably don't have much hygiene, especially like could you imagine?
They're not
You can't say that.
No. Look. Okay, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
They're not
okay?
third world,
Let me finish my point. Okay. So what's the place what's the city with like where there's loads of water and stuff?
Venice.
So
Good point,
you think of Venice,
Yeah.
that is a very disgusting place to be when there's
wouldn't say
like
it's disgusting,
no.
but
When
I know-
let
I
me
know
finish.
some
You're cutting
say.
me off when I'm saying the most important part.
Go on.
I'm saying when there's like flooding in Venice, it stinks. It's hot. It's sweaty. And it's like
Yeah, but that's the same with any
that's
flooding.
like a festering for like sort of diseases.
Yeah, it
isn't
doesn't mean that.
No, I'm not saying
caused
it. I'm not saying
coronavirus,
it's.
though.
But I'm saying that like that it has the ingredients to be like a less like a more dead like more spreadable
viruses.
more spreadable way. of
Right,
doing it.
so yeah, but it's not Venice. It's bad though, is it?
No,
it's
no, but
like
I'm just
it's
saying
more
for example. I'm just saying for example.
Well, how
No,
does
but
that
doesn't
reflect on the whole of
equate to the
Italy?
whole
No,
of Italy, does it?
Italians are dirty, aren't they?
Hey. So
That's what
I'll tell
you're
you
saying.
what. Some of their women are. They're dirty. Lovely Italian women.
Is that how they got coronavirus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the women being dirty.
I want to know how many, because the way people talk about it sounds like really like a lot of people have got it over there.
Isn't it Iran or something as well?
I don't know.
Mate, they can't catch a break. I think it was Iran anyway.
Yeah.
Always got something going on.
Well, do you know what? I think people don't realise how easy it is to spread, like, even in London, for example.
Yeah.
Like, you think of the
You
tube.
can spread it like you can spread a cold. That's the thing.
Because I've been hearing stories this week where they've been saying some workplaces have been, like, shut down for, like, suspect coronavirus. And they've just been told to go home, but they've already been exposed to it.
Yeah.
And they go on the underground and they touch stuff and they...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
That's the
it's
problem. You
that
can't.
easy.
Well, that's because the incubation period is 14 to 21 days. So
Yeah.
2 to 3
Yeah.
weeks. Think
Jesus.
about that. You won't know for 2 to 3 weeks and then bang.
That's scary.
Really, that's weird. I could have it right now.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, that's
mate.
so weird.
No,
I've been to London and
Didn't
Brighton.
your place get shut down? Your work?
No, it was alright in the end.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the greenkeepers at work like got an ambulance come in and stuff.
Shit. Do you know?
No, you don't have it.
Chest
which is
infection.
luckily,
Just
but
like cold.
pretty much. But obviously, because everyone's on such high alert. Like,
That is why
everyone's
it's
just
scary
like, oh, I've got
though,
it.
because you can feel perfectly healthy, but you could well have it.
Yeah.
Do you know what scares me though?
But when I was on the underground, I was like touching the rail, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh.
See, the gym scares me at the moment though.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
it's
because the
pretty
gym where I
random.
go to, there's like people who come from like fairly like rural and like other places. Like they come from a lot of different places.
It's a
to go
golf
to
club,
there.
isn't it, as well?
Yeah, it's a golf club as
People
well.
come from all over the country to play
Yeah.
golf.
You're just making an excuse not to go to the gym.
No, no, I'm just saying. But I do go to the gym, but it's just like you take extra care with like wiping and washing your hands and stuff.
Just
'cause
get
it's,
some
like,
of the.
it's grim.
I just got some of that, you know, the little antibacterial gel, and then just try to remember not to touch my mouth.
Apparently,
You keep that on your,
Tesco sold out of
payback.
like anti-bac wipes and stuff
Really,
like that. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm bad because I'm always going like that. Like hands
Yeah,
up
I'm
near my
always
mouth
touching
all
my
the
mouth, yeah.
time.
Absolute nightmare.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about it today. To be fair, I was like, we went out in Brighton yesterday, and like a bar. That was like the perfect place to catch it.
Yeah. The thing is, do you know what it is? I remember like sitting in the bar and I saw a couple of people getting off, and I was like, if one of you's got coronavirus, he just fucked up the other person.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh shit, mate! It's I don't. When you think about it like that, it's actually so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not deadly.
No.
No, not necessarily. It's pretty grim though, isn't it?
It's just if you have it though, it's horrible. I think.
Yeah,
From what
yeah,
I've
but it's
heard.
one of those things in life where you're just like, I can take it, but I just can't be asked for it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
two weeks in
I could
quarantine.
do it, but I just don't have the effort to deal with it. But I will deal with it if you know what I mean.
I
It's
reckon
like-
it. Yeah, not being
Only
able to.
kills 1 to 2% of people, and that's the same as a cold.
Well, the people who've died are like quite old and frail. A lot of them.
It's the same as a cold.
Yeah.
If you get a cold when you're old, you're, you know. you
Well,
might-
this is what scares me as well because I said this the other day, didn't I? Where I was like, I forgot what I was going to say.
I know what you mean though. Like the 2 weeks in quarantine is so long.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
only-
what's that?
There's only
thing
so
where-
many things on Netflix.
I've seen a few videos where like they're recording people that have got coronavirus in China or wherever, and they just collapse. So surely it's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, it is
I
bad.
Saw I
but-
saw one of a kid just walking home from school. And he just collapsed over a car.
Yeah, it's bad, but like as in, as long as you're reasonably healthy, you just spend that couple of weeks in hospital when it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say earlier. Was
You'd be
that
fucked then, Charlie.
yeah? If it's the symptoms of a cold, I feel like that most of the time anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like-
Hannah's had to cancel her trip to Japan
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that makes
right.
sense. Yeah.
Oh,
because of the coronavirus. So
Hello, Louis.
Because there's a quarantine period when Hannah gets back. She went to Japan. She'd missed the wedding.
Oh.
So be sitting there by myself, waiting to get married, or is she?
Still have a FaceTime, you'll be alright.
Yeah. It's mad.
Oh man.
Yes, because I don't know. I might have said it on the last thing we did, but I got a couple of mates going to Milan for the
Oh yeah.
for an Inter Milan game, and obviously all their games are behind closed doors now. So they just spent a load of money on. They're not going to be able to go.
Yeah.
Are they doing behind closed? What, for that reason?
Yeah.
Well, I know
Jesus.
Japan is a level 2 shutdown, and they're talking about a level 3, which means like no schools, no non-essential travel.
No schools.
Yeah, no
Really?
School. If you go in
Crazy.
and out of the country, you have 14 days quarantine, no matter what.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. That's what we've got here. If you come back from Asia at the moment,
Yeah.
you spend that 2 weeks. That is so long. If you don't have it. Yeah.
2 weeks. That is
2
grim.
weeks just sitting. But think about it, it must be a cesspool. So by the time you get out, you probably
Have some.
sitting in.
Well, if you don't have that, you have something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw like on the news, people have been given like access to Netflix, Xboxes and stuff.
Really?
All that kind of thing. Yeah. But obviously, like being cooped up for 14 days seems you nuts.
One good thing that's come out of it though is I saw a thing earlier on Twitter, and it was saying like China's greenhouse gases or emissions and that sort of thing is like completely like right down
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
because no one's out.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Fuck.
Mate, it's weird. Like you see like zombie stuff and that kind of thing. It's basically that, but without.
This is the beginning
Like,
of 28 days
yeah,
later, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, like zombie films, it's always that, isn't it? It's like someone gets something and then it spreads and then
Well,
and then it kills everyone or whatever. That's
I think he's like 19. That guy.
yeah, he's unbelievable.
Who do you boys prefer, Barcelona or Real?
I don't like either. I think they're both spoilt rat teams.
Either one really.
Honestly,
I'm
all
not
their
so fussed.
supporters, well, the majority of their supporters are absolute
I'm a Barcelona.
dickheads.
I'm more of like who's got the better players in that particular squad. Do you know what I mean?
So who at the moment do you think?
Gun to my head, I'd have to say Barcelona because Messi.
That's a tough one actually, because neither of them are, I'd say, at the peak of their powers.
no.
No, but Messi's still.
No, but like
unbelievable,
overall
isn't he?
team.
Oh right, yeah. Well, I think Real Madrid's team is just dead at the moment
In terms of what I
in
prefer,
terms of what it's been before.
in terms of what I prefer, I usually prefer Real Madrid just because I feel like they just want to get the ball and attack. Whereas
Yeah.
Barca will sometimes just pass for the sake of passing. That winds me up.
No patience. Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, one of my favourite players, I have to say, is Marcelo. I think he's unbelievable.
Been so consistent for so long.
Yeah.
hasn't he? Is he playing right back tonight?
Left back.
Left
Oh, Mong. Thought they were shooting the other way. That's a ball.
Oh, what?
I'll tell you who is underrated though.
Is
Not
that
just because he's got the
Benzema?
ball now, but Benzema, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
been there for
he was
so
sick, wasn't he? And
long.
then he had a little dip, and then he's come back again.
He's always had dips throughout his
Yeah.
career, but he
Yeah.
always gets goals.
Well, I think he's got the most assists at Real Madrid ever.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
He has been there for ages.
Well, do you know one player who I think who we don't put enough respect on? That's Lewandowski.
Oh!
I'd love him.
Yeah,
Iscott.
I
is
want
so
Iscott
good.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Oh
Iscott.
my god.
That was
Is
great.
winning?
fucking hell. Oh, of course.
That's right.
I
Good
thought
job.
I was
We're
in.
watching a completely legal stream.
Mate, Chris
Oh.
Hudson's Chris Hudson's gone.
Ter Stegen's so
You got
good.
a touch to that.
Jesus.
What
Oh,
a save.
Oh.
Oh my.
See, under the right conditions, I think I might be able to pull that off.
Oh, Charlie Kent.
Honestly, sometimes I do have an acrobatic save in me.
You broke your wrist last time you played him.
Oh yeah, I did actually. I genuinely did.
Bloody hell.
That's because I didn't have
I
the
wish
tape
I
on.
could just shoot a ball like that, to be honest. It's one thing that has always annoyed me when I play football. I've never been able to get a good shot.
Have you tried changing feet? No,
Imagine your left foot if you didn't realise.
Oh my god!
it's on his left foot all of a sudden turns into Prime Henri.
Oh, I wish. Right, so for those who don't know, Chaz was on a TV show,
It's not a big deal.
and it was called The Big Narstie Show.
Big fucking deal.
So basically,
Big deal.
So big on my meal deal.
Well, basically, what day was it? It was a Sunday, wasn't it? Because I was at work.
Yeah.
So
It
was a Sunday.
what happened? You got a message from someone, didn't you? On
On one of my pages, and saying, "Hi, we're from Channel 4. Louis Theroux on the big Narstie show tonight. Would you like?
But it was on
to
your.
come on?"
It was on your Louis Theroux.
Yeah, it was on
page,
my Louis Theroux page. Yeah. So basically, they called me, and I was like, "Oh, cool," because originally they were going to get Louis Theroux to sign my arm and then tattoo me.
Right.
But I got there, and they were like, "Yeah." So basically, we couldn't get the license for for the tattoo artist, I think. So we can do like a quiz instead.
So obviously they said that, and then didn't they like?
Oh yeah. So
I
basically,
would send a car or something.
yeah. So they sent a car, and they're like, "Oh, what's the nearest taxi?" So I gave them the taxi service number. And then they're going to pick me up at 2:30. Got there. We both got in the car, didn't we?
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
I was at work, so I couldn't go.
But
So pissed.
yeah, but
I was at work, but I ditched.
Anyway, the guy in the taxi who was giving us the lift.
Oh, do you know who he reminded me of? Now I think about it, is the guy you like on Twitter. That has the beard and he goes to the football all the time.
Oh, Big Les.
yeah.
Big Les. No, not Big Les.
Bootlegger.
Yeah.
That time of the day once.
Who did I say he looked like? He looks like Kev from Ricky Gervais' show.
Derek.
Derek.
Yeah.
He looked like Kev from
Local
Derek,
work.
and he had a mix of James May in him as well.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a well weird fellow, wasn't he?
Because we were on the motorway, weren't we? And it's pouring down with rain.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about the weather, weren't we?
No, even before that though, we got in the car and he called. I think he called the BBC studio.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "Hiya, yeah, I've got Charlie and James in the car. We there in ETA, I don't know, 5, 6 maybe." And we just looked at each other, it's like,
We're famous.
but the guy on the phone as well was like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll let Lizzie know." it was sick.
Literally like that.
What car was it?
It was like the shittiest.
It was the one you went up in was some shit.
It was like some Vauxhall Skoda or something. No,
Vauxhall Skoda.
Two different cars.
That's the one.
It was
a Skoda.
It was a Skoda something. It was
Yeah.
a Skoda something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Skoda Octavia 2004.
Yeah.
But on the motorway, because it was chucking it down with rain, he was like, "Sure, I don't know if we're gonna make it on time."
No, what was the thing
That
we
would be
said?
so peak.
What was the thing we said? We were talking to him. He started going off and just like, "Well, back in 1914, the planes were made out of this sort of plastic plywood stuff," and we were just—I can't remember what we were saying about, but it was well random.
Because for some reason we were talking about the weather and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden he was like,
So the precipitation. the precipitation from the clouds leads to leakage down here.
And he thought he was an actual physicist, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Brian Cox, just get me there in one piece. Well, when we got there, we pulled up outside of the studio, and he's like, "I don't know where to park," and he called the lady, didn't he?
This kid was so dumb.
We were parked outside the studio, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know if I can park here." But it will explain itself in a minute. But so basically, he called the lady, and she was like, "I'm up by this tube station." So he was like, "Okay, I'll move around now." And bear in mind, me and you were dying for a piss.
Oh shit! Yeah.
We were
busting.
I was
so
on the verge of getting out of the car and just running to find the nearest toilet. Like, I was so desperate.
I was honestly researching can bladders explode, and bladder enlargement surgery
I
because
felt like that before.
it's literally you can't do anything. You're immobilised.
Yeah. But so we ended up going out of the car park where we could have parked and into a bus stop. The bus tried to get in while we were waiting.
Oh, you did down the window, didn't you?
He put down the window and he's like, "I can't go anywhere, mate." And the bus driver's like, "You're in the bus stop." And they just basically argued for a while. And he turns around to us, he's like, "I get this all the time."
Yeah, no shit.
You're in a bus
stop.
But all the people on the bus stop, so there's the pavement, us, the bus, and obviously the bus is holding up the traffic behind us, and it's rush hour. And people trying to get on the bus as well.
And there's a skip in front of it as well, wasn't there?
But he didn't. For some reason, no one got on the bus. Like, he just drove off. So they all missed their bus. Anyway, yeah, so we moved out of the bus stop pretty much immediately after that, which just made it completely pointless. Right, anyway.
Yeah.
We went up and then we ended up being in the wrong tube station. The lady we were trying to meet was back up where we started. So we had to turn around on this busy road. Yeah, we had to do a U-E in the middle of the road.
And there was a police officer coming down.
Yeah. And then we ended up back where we started, and he goes, "Oh, it's a taxi rank."
Oh my word.
You can script it. You really can script it.
Oh,
Was
so
this a black cabbie?
No, it was some random bloke.
I
in Skoda
won't
Octavia.
discriminate the company, but it was it rhymes with Schmoedschmunders.
It rhymes with what?
Schmoedschmunders.
Oh right, yeah.
I'm lost here.
Yeah,
Schmoedschmunders.
Can you whisper?
Schmoedstedders.
Snow treaders. I don't know.
No, I know what you mean.
I don't want to put the company on the bus because he was actually a nice
Under
guy.
the bus, pardon the pun.
Yeah.
He really put him under himself, didn't he?
Anyway, very long story to halfway to the story.
Yeah. So you got out of the car.
Yeah, I got out of the car and then it took us.
Didn't she like paying cash?
Yeah, she paid the taxi in cash.
It's baller.
150 quid, and she was just
Jeez.
like,
It's crazy.
and she gave us
Lanyards.
that's it.
Oh,
And we just walked straight past the queue into the backstage.
Oh
as well.
really? Was it cubic?
Fairly.
To be
So
fair,
it stunk of weed as well, didn't it?
Yeah,
Nice.
It was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, the green room was like, the main green rooms were downstairs, and then there was like the normal level was like where we were just hanging out.
Where you're like planning stuff.
Where there was producers and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, we had to wait a fucking hour and a half for food.
Oh yeah.
Hi guys, we'll set you up some food tokens and we'll come back and we'll make sure you're all set, okay guys? Yeah, cool.
To be fair to him, he was
And then-
busy. Like
Yeah, they were proper busy. Yeah, like I give
thing
proper
with-
respect to them.
yeah, TV
It's
sets are
just
mad.
like I was fucking so hungry.
The thing is, when we got in
I've
there,
never been so hungry in my life, man.
when we got in there, like the guy goes, "Do you want tea or a coffee or any drinks or snacks?" And I was obviously I got my lanyard on, and I've just had my taxi paid for in cash. I was like, "Coffee with one."
Mate, we're so irrelevant. I love it.
Oh dear, yeah.
They was like-
If we get in there, and it was like, "Fuck are these guys?"
Yeah. Didn't they like make you revise?
Oh yeah, so they made me like revise for like the quiz that I was going to.
Because this was the point. Like when you sent me that was the point where I was like, oh, they're going to stitch you up here because it's Channel 4, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I thought that because like I saw like you're gonna be like a super fan. It's like I'm a fan of Louis Theroux, like, and I run up like a page about him, so it's like
Yeah,
it's
you
not
just like his documentaries.
Yeah.
Like, I like his documentaries. You know what I mean?
So I was like super fan. Oh, that's a bit strong.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's a bit strong, but I'm here now.
But we had like Kano, Big Narstie. Who else was there? Obviously Louis. Not all walking past us and stuff. But it's what I found interesting was like, and one of the main reasons I wanted to go up with you, even though this didn't happen.
Roger scored.
Oh. Even though this didn't happen, is I wanted to talk to the runner because I wanted to try and get a job as a runner.
Yeah, that's how
Or
you
like,
start. Yeah.
But obviously he was running, so I couldn't talk to him.
I see him as well.
Oh, Vinicius, mate. Jeez.
Just hear his voice in the background. It's very quiet.
Good ball. Cruz is sick.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't get close to him. Yeah. It's poor defending.
Okay, so who do you think the three clubs who are going to get relegated this season?
Mate,
from the Premier League?
why are we not still talking about this? I swear.
Oh, well, what do you want to talk about?
We've not even talked about it.
Okay,
really.
right. Well, what else do you want to know?
Then obviously we went and sat in the crowd, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we watched the show for free.
Yeah, we watched the show for free.
But in the show, it's quite sick because what you see on TV is very, very different.
Yeah. The thing is,
Yeah.
even when I watched it, I could tell how edited it was.
Yeah.
You could just tell where the cuts were and that kind of thing.
It's
Yeah, well,
it's surprising how many people are actually there working on it as well.
Yeah.
Like
it's
you've got
mental.
dancers, makeup artists, producers, runners, caterers, obviously the cameramen, mic men, the lady that puts or the guy that puts all the not subtitles, the what are they called, the script basically for the host,
script,
Yeah.
for Narstie and that. But yeah, it's like the amount of times they have to redo a bit and the
Yeah,
crowd
yeah.
fake laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's
Because it is at the first time you see it, it is funny.
mm,
Like they'll say a joke or something, and,
Yeah.
and it is funny. But then after it was almost in ad breaks, wasn't it? Or just
Yeah.
before the ad breaks, they'll be like, "Can we just do this one bit again, please?" And then obviously we've already seen it,
yeah.
so it's not as
Do you want
funny.
me
But
to-
everyone fake laughs.
Do you want me to be completely honest?
Go on.
So, I was really excited to go on the show and stuff like that, and I thought it was a great experience, and I'd do it again and again and again. But I felt after it, I felt a little bit underwhelmed in the fact that I was like, because you have like you watch TV for so long,
Yeah.
and like you don't see like the behind the scenes stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
and you see the amount of people involved, and you see the amount of people like who have big decisions on how the show is like directed and like how it's gonna be produced and stuff like that. And you realise like, what you don't need all of this to make something. Do you know what I mean? I think TV's dead.
Their budget was massive.
Yeah, their budget's massive. Like they
think
got
about
so
it,
many
they paid
people.
150 quid just to ship us up there for you to do a quiz.
Yeah, and you think realistically, like, it's probably not going to get as many views as like a YouTuber might. Do you know, for example?
Yeah,
Do you know what?
So it's like so crazy to me that like TV companies spend so much money on these like TV shows
I'm surprised
when you don't get more bang for your buck.
I'm
on,
surprised they actually included
I don't
it, to
know.
be fair, because I get the impression, the way you were talking about it at that time, I got the impression that they do that all the time with people, and then they just like cut it out. So then when you actually ended up in it,
Oh, has Messi lost a bit of pace?
I was going to say
That was quite slow.
But yeah, like yeah, they I don't think they even stitch you up that bad. And
No, they didn't
It was
stitch
just
me
the fact
up.
they said super.
Hey, look, they didn't stitch me up at all, but
They did a bit. But when they said super fan, you're not a super fan.
Yeah,
What
but
I didn't
I
get
get
is-
it's
is
TV.
why
it's
you
like
didn't
whatever,
plug-
innit? It's like
Plug
whatever.
yourself. You should have been like, "Well, yeah, I am no context Louis Theroux," because they were literally saying about that just before you went on.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Like the questions they were asking me is like, I wasn't sure like what kind of response they wanted, or like because like after every sentence they'll be like,
Don't play the game.
after every season they'll be like, after every take they'll be like, yep, do that again. And it's
Right.
like, so you're not like, it's not like a fluid conversation.
Yeah.
So like you could see like when they said, "Oh, hi Charlie, where are you from?" And it's like, Brighton, UK, or like wherever I said. I can't remember what
And
I
I was
said.
like, oh yeah, Brian, yeah.
Yeah, and
Did
yeah,
they
I don't
ask you
know.
who your favourite MC was?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wiley, but they cut that bit out.
Did they?
Yeah,
We said Wiley.
I think so.
Yeah, like because
With Big
Mo,
Narstie and
'cause
Kano there.
obviously
Yeah.
from where I was sitting, like, I was just sitting in a crowd, and Mo was like, "So have you got a favourite grime MC?" And he's basically like Mo
Trying to
comedian,
make it,
just
yeah.
looking at Narstie, just like say nasty, say nasty, say nasty, and then obviously you got Kano in the background, so you
Yeah.
could have said Kano, and you're like, probably Wiley. It was funny though. Everyone was just like.
The thing is, that was right around the time the whole thing with Stormzy was going on. as
Well,
So he was one of
exactly.
the most popular in the room.
Yeah, and like to be honest, like when he asked me that, I was like, because they didn't even include the prize or anything, because they were like, oh yeah, if he does this, he wins £200.
Yeah.
Have you got your care package yet?
No, not yet.
What?
Do you reckon they're even the thing?
I don't know.
Just saying it.
I don't know. I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about it.
Oh, mate. Fuck all that. Doesn't
be
really
alright.
matter. What are they going to do?
Until I get to.
It's Channel 4, mate. Channel
No,
4 get into
joking.
trouble all the time.
But anyway, it was good.
Do you feel quite nervous doing it when you're up?
I didn't feel nervous. I felt nervous in the fact, like, I was like, right, how am I going to look when I watch this back?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of how I would get for something like that.
Because I wasn't like nervous at all, but I was like, it was just the fact of like the nature of it, because like it wasn't like something I was fluid in anyway. It's
Yeah.
like Louis Theroux's life.
I feel like they should have, or maybe you should have said about the no context thing, because the way it was edited was kind of just like, oh yeah, Charlie's a super fan. There was like no context to it.
Well, yeah, because I think they did say like, I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head, but they were like, oh yeah, well you're the guy behind the pages or whatever. Can you send us a couple of memes to like show and stuff like that? And
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So
but they were literally talking about no context Louis Theroux. That's the thing.
I don't think they were. They were just talking about.
No, they did. They were literally like, so you must have heard of this thing called no context Louis Theroux, and then he's just like, he was saying stuff like, yeah, I've seen people like buy my face on pillows. That sort of thing. And that's you, isn't it?
No,
I saw
there's
I
other
saw
companies and stuff.
They
like
did have that
but-
bit in the show where it's just like, oh yeah, how do you feel about people making money off your face and that kind of thing? So do you get a percentage of that? And Lou was like, nah.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, there's actually huge, well, not huge companies, but like fairly big e-commerce stores that have made a lot of money off of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, you didn't get to properly meet Louis, did you?
No. Well, this is the problem.
That's so peak.
Because I was going to ask, like, at the end, like, to one of the producers, like,
Can I get his number?
no, like, can I meet Lou quickly, just like take a picture or whatever?
Yeah.
And he probably would have said yes, but like I had the taxi guy ringing me like 3 times in a row.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
was
that's
like,
true, yeah.
fuck's sake,
Yeah,
taxi's
yeah.
outside, so.
No, it's decent that you got to do that, though.
No, yeah, it was a good experience.
But, Channel 4, mate. Stitch-ups.
No, I reckon it was worth doing.
No, it's worth
doing.
doing.
Yeah.
It was sick. The whole experience was good.
Yeah.
I don't want to bash it. I don't want to sound like I'm bashing. I'm not bashing it at all.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
Good opportunity.
Good opportunity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Good day out.
Good. Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Got girls DMing you.
No. No. Maybe.
One.
You should put. Have you put that thing on Tinder? The picture.
Of course, I fucking did.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, that's got to go on.
Oh.
Okay, so
Susan 41 is looking for a man in your area.
a woman with her tits out has just appeared on. And I love how the title of the website is just called Shag.
Shag.co.uk.
Susan.
Like, press yes, these things are actually fun.
No,
No, it doesn't get. I swear.
I don't want to
Wait, no, it's fine.
I swear it doesn't. I've
Susan.
done it so many times. My computer's only a bit slower.
It's
than it
only
was
when you-
before.
Yes, but my computer is very old.
Susan.
So?
I love how
I
they
can't
put
afford to get a
41 in
virus.
brackets. She's 41.
Yeah, but it's
Looking for a man.
Potential.
Charlie, she's looking for a
Date.
man in your area.
No,
Look,
it's
2 miles.
Charlie.
You would like to meet her. Oh.
Mate, how often do you ever see local MILFs in your area pop up? It's very rare. You just bottled.
I have a lot of MILFs